expected. Best chance is going to be along and south of the Mass Pike, and you're going to find that the weather tomorrow actually gets brighter. So we wake up with some of those early clouds in 70s. We've got highs in the 80s, a mix of sun and clouds for the day, and we'll talk about some big-time heat building in for the rest of the week. Later on the Boston 25 News. Friends, so afternoon, it's going to be warm out there. We've got highs in the upper 80s, maybe flirting with 90 degrees. And a couple of spots, you will find the beaches, I'm thinking, just a little bit cooler, especially Cape and Islands. And over time, we're going to get some increasing clouds. Overall, partly sunny. We'll call it hot today with highs around 88 degrees. And then overnight tonight, we are looking at some clouds coming through, staying dry. This is kind of worst case scenario. This is like the juiciest tool that I have. So Futurecast at 9 a.m. should be dry for most of us. Again, slight chance, so we've got a little lingering shower out there. By noontime, I'm expecting dry weather. And then during the afternoon, it's a little bit of a mix. We've got partly cloudy skies. The further north and west you go in New England, the brighter it's going to be. But the further south and east, we've got a little more cloud cover, and that's where we have our best chance for maybe one or two pop-up showers this afternoon. We keep it dry tonight, dry tomorrow morning, and then we get into Tuesday afternoon, and that front that I was talking about is probably going to trigger just a couple hit or miss thunderstorms. Thing is, it's still just not widespread, which means the drought just not seeing improvement from these really sparse showers that we get. This afternoon, we're looking at temperatures in the mid-80s in the Boston area, partly cloudy and mostly dry. Overnight tonight, it's going to be warm and muggy, everybody. I see a low around 70 degrees in Boston and 60s in the suburbs. And then highs tomorrow, welcome back to the 90s. Play a pretty big role in our summertime forecast. It can actually steer things into the coastline or away from the coastline when we start talking tropical systems. But for us in the near term, next several days, it's directing in our flow from the south and west. So we're basically taking all this heat and tropical humidity from the south and pulling it into New England. That defines the forecast for the next few days. 73 degrees in Boston right now with sunshine. You can see we are going for the mid to potentially upper 90s in the Boston area today. It's all day sunshine, but it's going to feel more like 100 because of the humidity. By the way, humidity actually gets worse as we transition into Friday and the weekend. This afternoon, a look at your highs, mid and upper 90s today in the Boston area. I'm going to go with some upper 80s for the Cape and the Islands, Nantucket around 85. And you know what? In western New England, there might even be a couple of thunderstorms out there, but locally we're talking sunshine. I'm thinking low or mid 90s for Hampton Beach. Ipswich 95, Boston 97. We've also got upper 90s straight to Bedford. Lowell 99, Worcester 95. It's really just going to be a cooking day across the board. Mid-90s, Brockton, Bridgewater, and Plymouth, with upper 80s, perhaps 90 degrees for parts of the Cape. 87 on the Vineyard. Thing is, wind is coming in off the water here, and the water temperature is in the 70s, so it is cooling down that air just slightly. Cape, Islands, and South Coast, not by a ton. You guys are still going to feel that heat, but just a little bit cooler there. Humidity on the rise tonight, and tomorrow we've got another weather alert for more heat and humidity, and this time we're going to throw in the chance for some afternoon storms, mostly north and west of Boston. I'm expecting generally dry weather down across the Cape and probably southeastern Massachusetts as well, but again, it's a case where the beaches might be a tiny bit cooler, but here, north and west, best chance for some areas, not everybody, some areas getting a good passing downpour. You'll see, though, that it really struggles to get into southeastern Mass. We're not counting on very much rain there. Plus, on Saturday, we could see a couple more showers or thunderstorms during the afternoon. I think it's very widely scattered. Again, mostly north and west of Boston, with dry weather down across southeastern Massachusetts. And the weekend is going to be hot as well. You can see precipitation outlook is for a little bit wetter. Still warm weather next week through Metro West into the Merrimack Valley, North Shore, South Shore as well. 78 already in Hyannis and the Vineyard. So I think if that's where we're starting, you know it's going to be a warm day. I've got us heading up to about 85 degrees at noontime in Boston. I think we're going to hang out in the middle 80s today. We'll keep it partly to mostly sunny and likely dry. Here's your New England forecast today, because the beaches will end up being a little bit up in humidity. Oh, we're in great shape today.
Friday. Live look in Dedham from our rooftop camera over the Boston 25 News studio. There is a tiny bit of haze out there this morning. That's going to tend to clear out in favor of mostly sunny skies. So Boston and Wilmington already at 71 degrees, but we've got lower 60s in Ipswich and Haverhill and Pembroke and Mansfield, Walpole and Wellesley this morning. All of these spots feeling really, really fresh. In Waltham today, I've got high temperatures back in the lower 80s. We're going to go with mostly sunny skies, and at the local beaches today, I'm expecting some low 80s on the south coast and the Vineyard, but we'll go with upper 70s for the Cape and Nantucket, also the South Shore, the North Shore, the Seacoast in southern Maine. You can see we're just enjoying the sunshine for today, but we do have to talk about some changes coming into the forecast in the coming days because we do have some rain to chat about for your Friday plans.